With the fragile ceasefire between Iran and Israel, there is growing concern that Iran may attack Americans here at home, especially with 4th of July less than 2 weeks from now. Joining me now is President of Redland Strategies and former Homeland Security Advisor Michael Balboni. Michael, welcome to the show. I mean, we thought a ceasefire was in place last night. It appears fighting is now back on. How significantly does that raise the stakes and security concerns for us here at home?
So history has shown when the Middle East gets inflamed and there are conflicts, they can resonate here in the United States. There's been a history of Hezbollah agents who've come in and have been arrested in the United States. They were trained in the Middle East. Here's the thing that a lot of people should focus on. This is not going to be something where if Iran decides to attack the United States, you're going to see soldiers coming to the United States. That's not what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. There are so many different ways in which the Iranian government can reach out and try to provide an attack vector. One is cybersecurity. Now, the Iranians have a very, very sophisticated capability on cybersecurity. The other thing that they can do is because the landscape has changed completely in the United States as a result of an open border. For how many, 10 million people have come across the border in the last couple of years. In that, how do we know who's here, where they're going to be, and then of course with this, right, the fomenting support for the anti-Semitic rallies that have been out there. We know for a fact that there have been agents from Hamas placed within various protests across the country, and so the question is, what are their capabilities and what is their intent? The other thing is that we also know, I used to serve on the New York Power Authority, and we always were concerned about critical infrastructure and cybersecurity of our utility networks. So these are other ways that you can try to provide disruption and send a message from Iran. You think you can attack us with impunity. Well, you really can't, because we can touch you back.
Yeah. I know you just said that, these 4th of July celebrations, it's not like we'll see soldiers lining the streets. But what's your advice to families who love to take part in a good parade? They want to be at the fireworks and in big cities at the gatherings. Should they feel safe this year?
So typically, if there is a planned attack, we've seen intelligence estimates over the years, they usually don't pick a specific date. We focus on that, but they don't. Why? Because on those dates, we have the greatest focus and the greatest security in place, so we can prevent anything from happening. It's usually the run-up to those events or when your guard is down and you're not paying attention that is the highest likelihood of success for the attackers. So for folks going to major cities, it's the same type of concerns you should always have. Try to always know where exits are. Make sure that you stay close to the folks you're with. Have a plan if you do get separated, where you can come back together, and really keep your head about you. Here, the biggest problem we have in this day and age is we're all so engrossed in our phones. And if you're in a big, large environment and in any city at any time, just try to keep your wits about you and not be always focused on that phone.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.